Welcome. This is John Overton from Surrey Arts. This is another session on using the Cajón. How would you like to be able to play a song that you just really love? Okay, that's really the aim of today's session. So I was given a task, which is to record the Cajón part for a song called Bonito by Jarabe de Palo. Now, when you're working out a song, a number of issues present themselves. First of all, how do you play it? What's playing? In this one, you'll hear there's a combination of, not cajon, but probably it's a bombo or a surdo. You know, surdo comes from Brazilian drumming, a great big oil drum with skin on top and a very low sound. So that seems to be playing in it on beats 2 and 4. And you've also got a shaker. And I think you've also got a drummer who's playing 16th notes, semi-quavers on the hi-hat. So that's kind of what it would sound like. So we've just got a cajon. So we have to think, how are we going to put all those ideas together? And then once we've decided what it sounds like, what's playing, what are we going to play, what's the sticking? In other words, which hand goes when, so that you feel really comfortable. Then we're going to look at how to record it. You know, how do you record this thing? What's the best technique to use? Is your iPhone okay, or are there other things you could use? And finally, how do you send this? Okay, so these are some of the things that you have to address when you're working out a song for a project. So which notes to play? First of all, listen very carefully to the track. Think, where's the downbeat, where is the bass sound, where is the treble sound, and then just practice it. Once you've worked that out, practice it, get the accuracy, work with the metronome and get the flow. You need to be able to record this thing so that when you're collaborating, you could be collaborating with someone in Basingstoke, which is the case for me. That's the rest of my band are based there and I can't get to see them because of the lockdown. But they could just as easily be in Brazil or Beirut or Beijing. So you can collaborate with people anywhere in the world if you can record your parts accurately. So we might need some special gear for this. This is, it's got its woolly hat on the moment. This is a Zoom recorder, and the Zoom recorder does the job very nicely. This is not the very latest one. This is an H2. You can get an H4 these days and it's slightly more up to date. But this does the job and it records not only in MP3, which is very useful, but in WAV, which is heavier, but is much better sound. And a lot of people like to work with WAV, despite the fact that it's quite heavy and quite bulky. And that you probably need to use something like WeTransfer or Dropbox to send these files to someone. So if you want to record something, you need to be confident when you're playing with it. Perhaps keep it a little simpler than you would do if you're playing a concert. This way, if you're recording your own part, you can cut down on driving, which cuts down on fossil fuel emissions. During lockdown, of course, you can't get to see anybody else, so you really have no choice. Using the Zoom player and also Audacity, which is a really good free piece of software, you can edit your work so that there's not too many gaps, or if you make any mistakes or you want to overdub, then you can do that. Also on that piece, you'd want to have some kind of guide so that when you're playing it, you're not just doing it from memory. So you could wear some headphones for that, some really good headphones that don't sound too loud, because you don't want to hear that on the recording. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so let's listen to this song, Bonito, and just see what's going on with it. Okay, it starts off with an instrumental introduction like this, and then the vocal comes in, no drums yet, but listen to what happens now with the kind of Latin sound.
Bonita mañana, bonito lugar, bonita la cama, que bien se ve el mar, bonito es el día que acaba de empezar. Bonita la vida, respira, respira, respira.
Drums,
teléfono suena, mi pana se queja, la cosa va mal, la vida le pesa, que vivir así ya no le
So that's the whole
interesa.
groove. Okay, so you heard the groove there. Let's just see what tempo that's in. And for this, I'm going to use my metronome. So just switch the thing on. The Boss Dr. Beat DB30 is really a nice one. It's got a little headphone socket there. So, you know, you can use this and turn it up or turn it down. It's also got this tap function on it. So you just tap. So, bonito, todo me parece bonito. And that tells me that this is 119 beats per minute. Okay. So to play that back to you, that would sound like this. Todo me parece bonito. So just about right. Okay. Okay, we're going to start this at 70 beats per minute. Okay, and see how that goes. It's 16th notes, and we're using ghost notes up the top, and lots of bass, and lots of top end as well. In a minute, I'm going to put a microphone behind this to get the bassy resonance out of it. You do need that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take that up to 80 beats per minute, 84. 94. As we go faster, you can add little extra bits in to give your own flavour. So that 2 down the bass or 2 up the top, for example. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All the time, single hands. Right, left, right, left, right. I'm left-handed. So you just do the mirror image of what I'm playing. 110. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take it up to 119 now. That's the target tempo. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I've listened to the song again and I've tapped it again and it's 114 beats per minute there. So that is what I'm going to go with. So it's important to get that right tempo because I'm going to work from that. The bass player is going to work from that. The guitarist is going to work from that, and the trumpet player as well. So we've got a lot of different people relying on me having exactly the right tempo for this piece. Okay, as it is, I'm going to play along to the music on here, and any extra work that I need to do over the top. If I don't have the music, at least I've got the metronome at what did I say? At 114 beats per minute. Welcome back. So I've got a bit of gear with me now. So the headphones with Bluetooth, I'm playing the song that I want to record straight from my phone. And I brought my Zoom recorder and I've stuck it on a microphone stand. Usually a Zoom recorder comes with this little stick that screws into the bottom of it. Also, you notice that there's an SD card. That's important because if your computer can take an SD card, then you just take the memory straight from here, stick it in your computer, and then you can work with Audible, which is this editing software that I told you about. So I'm just going to put the microphone behind the cajon so that it gets most of the bassy resonances. Let's see how that works. So I'm angling the microphone so that it's upright and it's got a good left-right mix there, and it's sort of just so straight down from here, just near that hole in the back of it. That should get a nice bassy resonance. Bluetooth to my headphones, which you've got to be careful because it cuts out sometimes. You might prefer to have a cable coming out of your headphones to make it easier. And it's got a dastardly beginning. So the Zoom recorder is in place back there. It's behind the cajon, and I've just turned down the recording volume on it because it does, if it distorts because it's too loud, then you can't use that. So, and I'm recording it to MP3 rather than WAV. Here we go. This is bonito, 114 beats per minute. Bonito, todo me parece bonito.